Hey, what's up, classic TV and movie fans? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Rob Zombie's Munster movie. Now, I'm really excited to bring you these updates. If you haven't seen the past ones, go and check out my playlist where you can see the whole development of this movie. Now, I have to tell you that updates are coming out slower than usual, so whenever an update comes by, I will bring it to you, but as they were coming out so quickly, that's not happening anymore. But I want to introduce to you a new character, a new actor to the Munsters movie. Now, if you're a big fan of the TV show Lost, he was also in other TV shows as well. He's my favorite from Lost, my favorite character. His name was Hurley. He was played by the amazing Jorge Garcia. Now, Jorge Garcia is going to be in this Munsters movie as a new character named Floop, F-L-O-O-P. Now, it's an interesting name, and he will be Dr. Wolfgang's hunchback assistant and Herman Munster's best buddy. Now, I have to explain that all that information is from Rob Zombie himself. Now, before I talk about the image that was provided and what Jorge Garcia has to say about being on the Munsters, I do want to mention something about the character Hurley while he was on Lost. Now, what was really interesting, there was a particular scene with Hurley and another character called Dr. Arst. Now, they were handling explosives. Unfortunately, Dr. Arst said, hey, you should be really careful when handling these things. And boom, the character blew up into actually many different pieces, and they just scattered over everyone. And Hurley and everyone was shocked. Of course, there was just silence. And then Hurley said, hey, dude, there's a piece of arst on you. And that line is one of the most remembered in my brain. Now, why am I mentioning this? That's because this person who played Dr. Arst was this man who I've been showing you on screen. You might know him as Dan Roebuck, the man who's going to play Grandpa Munster. So that's really cool that there's a connection between Hurley, Dan Roebuck, Lost, and them being on the Munsters now. I just thought you'd find that pretty interesting, so I included that in this video. Now, Jorge says something very interesting in regards to being on the Munsters. His own words, he says, "You had me at the Munsters. Super stoked to get to be a part of this. Truly a dream come true." Those are his words. That's what he has to say about being cast as this character of Floop. And if we look at this image, remember, he's the hunchback, the assistant of Dr. Wolfgang, who I'll show right here. Now, and I've talked about him in previous videos, who's playing him, Richard Brake, and so forth. But look at what is happening in this image. You see two very distinct lights on top. I think that's very interesting. It's more modern, if that makes sense. Like, nothing about what I see in this image looks ancient to me. That doesn't mean, again, this is all my speculation of what's in the images. And also, I have to say that, these are my thoughts. So don't take this as confirmation, this specific portion of the video. Now, he's touching the legs of a man. We're going to presume it's a man. I'm looking at those toes and feet. They look very manly. They don't look feminine at all. And the toes are bandaged. Now, you would think, why would they be bandaged? Well, I mean, my guess is that that is Herman Munster being created. That is Herman Munster under covers, right? Under the cover. And so, yes, his toes would be bandaged like that because he's pieces of different people, right? Of different men. And so it's like the making of Herman, and that's his assistant. You see Hurley there with a satchel. Hurley there, Jorge Garcia. It's just, to me, when I see him, I see Hurley. If you zoom into him, you see he kind of has circles under his eyes, and he has, I kind of want to say like a scar. Yeah, pretty much coming down from, at least from our vantage point. It's his right eye, but we can see it on the left-hand side. There's also skulls kind of on a shelf on a wall, which is very interesting with that red light there. I don't know if those to me look like, again, my guess, like this could be like a failed experiment. Those are his failed skulls that he tried to create like a Herman and he couldn't. And these are all the failures, right? And then the one on the actual slab right there is possibly the one that worked, right? Herman Munster and so forth. So that's just me. Also on the right, there's more of a full skeleton. Like you can see a head and like a rib cage, right? And I think even some clothing. It's kind of hard to see, but dangling there. There's also a little creepy little figure above But other than that, these are the images. I don't know if we can even get anything from the cloth. He's like in burlap and he has a rope around his body. There's also that cover material that's on the Herman Munster character that I believe. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you see anything that maybe I don't see. It looks like there's a mirror under the feet, right? Something that's reflecting up. I just noticed that right now. But yeah, let me know. I'd love to see your thoughts down below. Are you excited for this movie? Do you want to see more updates? Let me know down below. Will it be successful? Will it be a flop? Are you open to watch it? Let me know as always. We'll see you next time, and don't forget, be hopeful. Thank you to everyone for the support, especially my Diamond tier patrons. Citizen Kane 359, David D, Greg S, Kevin K, Ricky, Sally N, Ulysses the P, and Vito L. If you want to join the Patreon family, links are in the description. Thank you.